It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. All that and more coming up next.
With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Greg, love this matchup. We got a couple of defensive-minded teams in this one. They love to press the quarterback. They press those wide receivers on the corners. Man, points are going to be tough to come by in this one.
And as good as the defenses think they're going to be entering today's game, Mike, I think it really flips the pressure on the opposing offenses. Make the most of your opportunities. Each possession matters. Don't turn the ball over. Don't be afraid to punt it back and play a little field position. The game within the game, I think, is a critical factor for ultimately who finds himself victorious at the end of this matchup.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start, and off we go from Buffalo. Set to return is Xavier Gibson, and he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
Now a second down throw for Fields. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll get forward for a couple. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on third down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the first down.
First down, Fields. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd and 7. Fields to throw. That's complete. It's Malachi Corley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here comes Hall on this toss to the right, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
He'll run. This is Hall. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Fields. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
I fumbled the football, and this is taken in by the defense. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Jets offense ready now for their second drive. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. 1st and 10. Now Fields. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
2nd down and 3. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Now another try at 1st and goal, albeit from a little further back. To throw is Fields. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Fields now on 2nd down. And he's in! Allen Lazard! Touchdown, New York! So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jets are out to a 10-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Davis now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bills' offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Will McDonald there to tackle him. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. On 3rd and 1, it's Allen. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Throwing again, it's Allen. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Slot man in motion left. From the gun, Josh Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Here's Cook. Uh-oh. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills are on the board. It's 10-7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Gibson now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is Fields. That one caught by Wilson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
2nd down, it's Fields. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third down, 3 to go. On the handoff, it's Allen. And he's going to have enough there for the first down. Take it up to the 43-yard line. Fields. The open man is Wilson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Fields now. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
They'll run. It's Hall to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. The Jets have the advantage. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will extend their lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. Davis now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Gonna give this to Davis. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. On the handoff, this is Cook. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Allen on third down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. They send the tight end in motion. On third down, it's Josh Allen. Quick throw here is complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll run on first down, and here's Allen. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now a second down throw for Fields. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's caught by Miller. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Cook. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Third and 2. Now Allen. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
So on 4th down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. Xavier Gibson to return for the Jets. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Fields now on 2nd down. Down the field, he's got Corley. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
On the give, this is Allen. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Christian Benford brings him down. They face 2nd down and 7. On the handoff, here comes Hall. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And not really anywhere to go there. He'll take this up only to the 4. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2. And it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. The Bills bringing on the punt team, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Now, Fields. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. To throw is Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. What can they do here? This is third and forever. Now Fields gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up fourth down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They'll start out first down and 10. They motion the slot man left. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Bills. Pass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Panay Wanwu now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Here's 1st and 10. Fields. Quick throw, taken in. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Second down, it's Field. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Fields. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Bills have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Allen working from the pistol. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Allen. And taken in by Shakir. He'll be marked down very close to the first down. They got 14 to the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th. And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Gibson now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Corley. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Jets 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Second and 7. Fields now. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Fields to throw for it. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
The Bills offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Allen to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There was tight coverage all across the field. I think the quarterback thought he had the arm strength to fit this one into a pretty small window, but the defense wasn't having it. They were all over it, and I think the quarterback actually got away with one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Allen will throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time, and then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. He'll manage only a couple. Quentin Williams there to make the play. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
That's to the sideline and taken in by Wilson. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Fields. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw is Fields. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On the give, it's Edwards. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Fields. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter with possessions running out, that would have been a critical backbreaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. A hit, and he has lost the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate, and an opportunity for a big shot, you end up falling short.
A carry for Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
On 3rd down, it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Bills 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
Going right sideline and complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Allen to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing again. It's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And that's going to be a 1st down. a pickup of 9.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
To throw again, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Jets offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Fields. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
On the handoff, Edwards. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Again, it's Edwards. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Now it's a bootleg with Fields. And he'll take it on in. Malachi Corley. Touchdown, New York. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense and running back James Cook making their way out. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. He'll get this out wide. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Allen going to give it to Cook. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Now Allen on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
In motion, Shakir. Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Here's Allen to throw. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Fields now to throw on first down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Fields from the gun on third down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on fourth and long. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. on the handoff. This is Cook. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Cook. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Gibson now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now, Fields. That'll be taken in by Edwards. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here's Fields. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. The Buffalo crowd being heard before 3rd down. Fields now. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain, so it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Bills. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.